everyone. Ben Briggs here for PPC Better, your Nashville-based digital marketing and AI sales agency. And today we're going to talk a little bit about ancient history, the ancient history of digital marketing, specifically Google Ads. We'll just talk about Google Ads today in the context of kind of how did it how did Google Ads happen? You know, what were advertisers' reactions? What were the different tests that Google went through in terms of how to generate Google Ads, and then some kind of broad strokes of how Google Ads and the Google Ads search result page has changed over time. So all the way back in ancient history, we had a version of Google that was a lot simpler than the version that we had today. And I found this, it's called Old Google, oldgoogle.neocities.org. And this has a couple of very old versions of Google that sort of work and at least sort of give you a picture of what it looks like. So, so this was 1998 Google. This is really, really old Google. This feature can't actually show the ads. It did start showing ads pretty quickly after 1998, but there's no ads featured here. But this is just the 10 blue links. So this is kind of what Google used to be. There's no images tabs, shopping tabs, local tabs, none of that. It's just 10 blue links. So this was kind of the original version of Google. And once Google was launched and they got a bunch of users, people started thinking about, okay, well, how can I get my website into the 10 blue links? And that was kind of how SEO was born. The kind of original innovation of Google was the page rank algorithm, and the like way oversimplified version of what that means is the algorithm would find out what websites are linking to other websites, and it would use that data to determine what was which websites were popular, which websites were relevant, and by basically counting up links as votes, the websites that had the most links would get the most, and even the individual web pages that would have the most links would get the highest ranking in the algorithm. And this worked pretty well. Eventually spammers caught on and made it made Google's life more difficult. But originally it was just SEO. There was no ads. And at the very early days, when Google was just trying to figure out how to do Google Ads, they were calling it AdWords back in the day. They actually tried to launch a version of Google Ads where they would go to kind of individual businesses and say, hey, there's a lot of people searching for Nike, or there's a lot of people searching for Nashville plumbers. We can charge you a monthly fee, and then you can show your ads to all of the people who do those searches. But one of the big objections that they ran into from businesses was like, how do I know how many people are going to search it? And Google's like, well, I mean, last month this was how many people did, but yeah, you're right. We don't know how many people are going to search it next month. And the advertiser would kind of say, well, if if I don't know how many people are going to search for it, then why would I want to pay a monthly fee? And the innovation that Google came up with to solve that problem was basically pay per click. And the original pay-per-click AdWords system would just allow you to select keywords. The match types came out pretty quickly with exact match, phrase match, broad match, and eventually modified broad, which was which happened and then went away. But in any case, you could select the keywords, the things that people were searching for that you wanted to advertise on. This was back in the day where there was no close variance. So if you selected an exact match keyword for plumber, then your ad would not show if someone searched plumbers, just the plural. So there was no expansion, and you had to pick these individual words. This created opportunities because it was a pure auction system with basically no reserve at the beginning. So it was like a no reserve auction. So there were 3, maybe 7 ad slots. We had the ad slots showing up on above the search and then also on the right-hand side. And we can take a look at some screenshots of the search results page. So this is a search results page. It's a little bit newer than 1998, obviously, but it has the ads at the top and then also on the right hand side. Um, and Google went back and forth between having the one of the older versions. The Google ads had a yellow background to them, and then that went away, and then there was just this ad label. So those were some of the formatting options that Google went through as it was kind of developing the ads platform. But the pay per click system really made Google's life a lot easier. It was just like, okay, hey, we have this self service platform. You can go on there, you can select your keywords, you can put how much you want to spend in a day and how much you want to spend for an individual click. You can set your clicks, you can set your bid prices at the keyword level, you can set it um, at ad group level if you just want all of the keywords in your ad group to bid with the same bid. And that was kind of how it worked. They eventually developed the pay per click system just became a lot easier to sell. There were a lot of people who got it, who understood, like, hey, this is people are searching for my services. I want to go ahead and show up all the time, and so I'm willing to pay Google per click. You could figure out, okay, well, hey, if I'm spending this much per click and then my conversion rate is this much, if I'm spending $1 a click and my conversion rate is 5%, then if I buy 100 clicks, I'm going to get 5 leads, and that's going to cost me $100. So those 5 leads are going to be $20 a piece. And assuming that you can reliably generate a lot more than $20 worth of revenue from those 5 leads, then boom, everything's Bob's your uncle. And so the original way that Google was trying to sell ads was actually with this premium placement. And then as after Google launched the pay per click system, there sprung up kind of a cottage industry of agencies or businesses. And basically what they would do is they would put together the Google Ads campaign for you. They would estimate about how much they thought that the clicks were going to cost, and then they would sell you guaranteed 24/7 placement on Google every time someone searches a keyword. And that became kind of a big thing. It was, like I said, based on the original way that Google had tried to sell Google Ads. But these agencies often charge huge premiums. I mean, they would be spending $12 a month and then charging the advertiser $100 a month for the premium placement, that type of thing. Um, it wasn't always a great outcome for the advertisers. Sometimes some advertisers won big though, because sometimes the company would undersell it. They would underestimate the amount of traffic that was going to happen on a particular keyword, and then they would have to pay Google to keep the client there because that was the promise that they had made. But the pay per click model really was kind of a fundamental innovation in the system. And then eventually we got pay per impression, or cost per thousand impressions, CPM, on the display network. So originally Google just had the search, and it just had the search ads initially. Eventually Google bought DoubleClick, which was basically the ad tech platform that was helping publishers monetize. So it was placing ads on all the newspaper websites, et cetera. And once that business merged, then on the Google Ad side, you were able to buy display traffic along with your search traffic if you wanted to, or you could separate it. And then the platform just continued to develop in a lot of different ways. But like I said, the first fundamental innovation of Google was really the PageRank algorithm that made their search engine more useful than other people's search engines. As more and more people started to search, Google was looking for ways to monetize. They tried a guaranteed placement for a monthly fee. That was pretty difficult for them to sell. So then they came up with the pay-per-click model, and that definitely helped them scale a lot as smart advertisers figured out, hey, this is actually a really low cost way to reach people who are highly interested in what we're selling. And also the immediacy. The element of pay-per-click that differentiates it from other sorts of marketing is that it's absolutely not interruption marketing. The customer has said, I want to search about running shoes right now. I'm interested in buying running shoes right now. And if Nike serves me an ad, that's probably going to make it a lot smoother process. So let's just take a quick look at a couple of these search result pages from kind of back in the day, and then we'll also look at the 2025 version. So back in the day, just the 10 blue links. Eventually, there were some sponsored ads either at the top or on the right-hand side. That's the 1998 version. This is the 2009 version, so just a little bit more flushed out. You know, they changed the logo, and it did have some of these other options up here. This is showing me a 2025 version when I click through maps, though. So it was still just the 10 blue links, but just a little more flushed out. You know, it was still telling you, how many results it came up with and how much time. This one has a new fav icon. Google changed the logo. And this one includes links to images. So Google had the image search back in 2013. And that was what the search results page. So it would have had up to 3 ads at the top and then also ads down the right-hand side. And then this is the 2025 version. And something that's interesting to note is that organic SEO, where you were trying to become number one when people were doing various kinds of searches in these 10 blue links, one of the big impacts that Google has had in its quest for ever increasing monetization is that, I mean, where's the organic SEO on this page? This page basically has no organic SEO spot. I mean, you can't even see any. Okay, here it is. Once I go to full screen, then all the way down here at the bottom, I do get the organic link for Nike. But first, it's Nike's ads, and then the shopping ads. And we've got more product information over here, store locations, etc., in the local results. So Google has changed a ton over the years. Let's look at a different search. This is Nashville Plumber, so a non-branded search. Again, you've got your 10 blue links. Like I said, there would have been pay-per-click ads at the top and on the right-hand side. Eventually, this was 1998, so a little before they actually rolled out the ads. Here is the 2009 version. And again, there's no local results. There's no, it's still just the 10 blue links and then maybe the ads at the top of the page and down the right-hand side. And this is the 2013 version, so still very similar, but it includes this image search. And this is what we saw back in the day there. And then this is the new version. And again, this is the 2025 version, and it's all ads. It's literally all ads. Everything I see is an ad. These are called LSAs, the local service ads. And this is a pay-per-click ad. And then we go into the Google product, which is Google Local. This is the Google My Business listings. And then we finally get down to some organic results where we've got a couple local companies, then Reddit, and then Yelp, and then some more local companies. So that is what the Google search results page is, kind of how they've evolved over the years. If we look at this here, so this is showing this is an old school version of the Google Ads interface. So that has also changed a lot over the years. This is kind of a V2. The original system that I was in looked a little bit different than this when I first started. So, and this is, again, the change that they made between the yellow background and the ad identifier in the yellow tag. And this is a little bit older version where they had the ads at the top of the page and then over on the right-hand side. We can take a look at this one too. This is a version where they had come into having Google Maps included. And so we've got the 3 sponsored ads at the top of the page, followed by the Google My Business listings. So over time, the search results page has become less and less 10 blue links, more and more Google products, more and more Google ads. And that has been kind of the general direction that Google's gone in with their platform. So So thanks a lot for listening to my little rant about the history of Google Ads and how the pricing models changed and how the search results changed. If you have any favorite versions of Google that you remember from back in the day, if you're nostalgic for the 10 blue links, or if you've just got anything else that you want to say about Google Ads, drop in the comments. Don't forget to give us a like or a subscribe. Follow this channel for updates. You can also find us on social media, whether that's X or PPC Better on all the different social medias. So follow us there. And thanks for watching this video and have a good rest of your day.